Hello, everyone. Okay, let me get it up on my computer. Totally forgot that. Trying something new today. All right. I'm supposed to be live, but it's not showing up on my page. Oh, there I am. Okay, must have been behind just slightly. Hopefully, I'm supposed to be live. Ooh. It's not. All right, I've turned off the sound, so that. Hey, Carol. I'm trying something new. I could not get the new streaming program to work, so I'm doing something different again this time. So we'll see how it works. I've got to come up with something because it's a mess. Supposedly, I can, hey there, Sharon, good morning. Supposedly I can do this. We'll see if it works. I don't know if it will. I was running around quite a bit before I started because, as usual, Ezzy took a lot of my time this morning, and it was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. So, and I took her out. She wouldn't do her business. She was just sniffing around and chewing on stuff. I said, okay, let's go. We're going in. So she will probably go, I'm hoping she goes in her bed over there and takes a little nap this morning. Usually she goes down about 10:30 and we'll take a little nap. Yeah, look at her yawn. She's ready. So I'm hoping this works. You'll have to bear with me. I'm going to be doing some flipping of cameras and things like that. I have to play with it because supposedly I can go live and then just flip the camera down, but I didn't put it in the holder correctly to do that. So it may take a few minutes for me to get it straight, but I'm going to play with it this week and see if I can't get straight. Now, before I forget, thanks, Carol. Everybody loves her. She knows no stranger. She just wants to play. She got the zoomies last night and it was like, holy cow, where did that come from? But, I got her a snuffle mat, which is one of these mats you hide their treats in and then they go looking for it. Well, I haven't put any treats in it, but she's been having a blast chewing on it. So I just leave her alone. It's keeping her happy and content. So we'll see what happens and go from there. Let's see. Oh, I will not be here. Hey, Barb. I will not be here next week. I will be, unfortunately, in Maryland at a funeral. So I won't be going live, and I won't be doing YouTube on Wednesday because I will be traveling, and my customer group, I won't be there Monday because I'll still be in Maryland. I'm coming home Tuesday. So we'll see how it goes. I get to see Remy's soccer game on Sunday of next weekend. She's not going on Saturday because of the funeral. We're all going. Yes, she does. So she's going to skip the game on Saturday, but Sunday she'll play and I'll get to see her play. This was the only opportunity I could get to see her play. So I decided I'm just going to stay with Jess and go see her play. And then I just have to see Zoe when she does her volleyball one weekend. So, all right, well, I'm going to get started. So first thing I'm going to do is put her in her pen and hopefully she's going to lay down and go to sleep. We will see. All right. And now comes, no, Carol, I have somebody coming to the house to stay with her. It's a new sitter, so I'm trying something out. My sitter I had before went away to college. She was fabulous. This is a new girl, so we'll find out. But I do have names of others, so we'll see. All right, I am going to cover up my camera and flip this around. So it's going to take me a few minutes to do this. And, all right, got it. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now it's going to take me a few minutes to get this set up. So, ooh, I hope that's not me buffering. Ay. The trials and tribulations, I'm going to adjust this rather than the camera, of trying to get this worked out. We couldn't get it. We spent a half hour and couldn't get it lined up. So the lady I was working with is going to continue to work on it and see, because there seems to be an issue. All right. So for today, it is National Card Making Day, and it is Breast Cancer Month. Yes, Carol, I'm in North Carolina. Winston-Salem's quite a ways away. I think that's about 5 hours from me. Yeah, I'm over on the coast. In fact, I am here. The Outer Banks are here, and we're separated by water there. So, I've got a couple of other people I can check with, so we'll see. All right, let's get started. So, this card was inspired by Barbara Salmons, and she posted a card that I thought was gorgeous and I thought would be perfect for breast cancer month. So from the stamp set, or the dies, it's all dies other than the stamp set for the sentiment, the designer tags dies, I've cut a butterfly out of bubble bath. All right. And there is a die in here that I was going to cut the tag out of. And I pulled the die out, and I have no clue what I did with it. So it's on this mess somewhere. I'll find it when I clean up. All right. From the Around the Bend dies, I'm using this one, and I've cut it out of vanilla. I know I don't normally do vanilla, but I'm using vanilla. And I'm going to be cutting that, doing some surgery on that. And then I took my 2 pieces of paper and the rectangle stitched framelits. There's the die I wanted. Oh my gosh, I found it. Good, so now I can do the cutting that I need to do. All right, I knew I pulled it out. All right, from the rectangle stitched framelits, I pulled out 2 of the long, skinny rectangles. And this is going to be layered like so. Now, let me tell you what I went through to get this layered. I started out cutting the pink with the small one. And I said, no, that's not right. So I flipped it around because it was going to be hidden. And I cut the big one out of here. And I went, that's still not right. So I cut another piece of pink. This one has to have the big one, and this is a tip for you. So I cut the big one out. Then I put it down on top of my bubble bath, and I centered it all the way around, and I put my die to cut out the pink one in the middle, and I removed it, taped this down, and cut it. So that's the best way to do this. And you guys don't have to go through all the hassle that I went through. All right, so this is going to go on here. Don't you love it when I make the mistakes so you don't have to? It just takes a little bit of practice. And I usually take my time. I was a little short on time, so I think that might have been some of the reason I was messing up. Now I've got to get this on here centered. And it may look off, but once you straighten it out, it's not. So there's that. That is going to go on a piece of Very Vanilla. Now, I accidentally cut this at 4 1/4. First, I scored it at 5 1/2 instead of 4 1/4. So I ended up with a card that's 4 1/4 by 11. It's the same card. It just is a top folding card. I am not a fan of top folding cards. And I think it's because I don't like the way they don't stand up to me as well as the other one. All right, now this piece is going to go on here. When get that in there. When Barbara did hers, she used white and berry burst. I wanted a more subtle pink version, so I went with vanilla and bubble bath, and I thought it would be fun to play with. Ooh, be careful with that. I hit that. With the vanilla. I never play with vanilla, so I've got that so far. From the piece that I cut out of the first original piece of this, I cut a small one. Do I have the big one over here? I don't see the big one. Anyway, I'm going to use the small one. This is also from the Tags die, and I'm going to put this on here. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And I pulled in Go To Greetings. Love, love, love this stamp set. And the Just a Note. I'm going to use it for the next one too. And I have my Bubble Bath ink. So I'm going to stamp this, and hopefully it's going to be straight. Oh, not bad. It's very faint, so if you want something darker, I might need to ink up my... Now, I should have stamped it more that way because it's barely going to cut that. All right, now I've got to cut this out. So give me a minute to do that. If you want it darker, you can use a different color for one thing. You could use Berry Burst for your sentiment. All right, here we go. When I saw this card, I thought it was so pretty and such a, I don't know, it's a clean and simple card, which, as you know, I like. All right, so now we have this cute little sentiment, and this is going to go on my card, and I have to decide. I think I'm going to put it on this way. She had stamped hers the other way, and that won't work, so that's the way mine's going on. Now, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to cut it down. All right, let's see. I want that more that way. So let me find my scissors. I'm going to cut it there. And I will trim this up because it won't fit if I don't. All right, and then I have to cut that there. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in. I'm going to trim this down this way. I'm going to trim this way. And I'm going to trim this way. So I used my paper as a guide. All right, I got to remember to put the stuff on the right side. All right, now, this goes here, and I really don't want all of that to show. So I'm going to just cut on the line and cut some of it off. So you know, when you do surgery, you got to kind of play with things first. All right. So right like that. A little bit more. All right, now I can add this to my card. I thought this was a great way to use this die. I've used it before on a card, and this is looking kind of funky, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip it off. I'm going to add a little dot of glue here and glue that down. And then I'll add another little dot here and I'll glue that down. All right. And then I'm going to take these pieces and I'm going to add them. And see, look at that. I didn't waste any of it. You could probably use a smaller piece. I apparently had cut that out for something and then didn't use it. So maybe it was one of those ones that I needed white and I cut it out of vanilla. All right, I trim that up a little bit and I'm going to cut this one off. I'm not going to use it. I'm going to put this one down here to kind of fill in there. All right. And there we go. So kind of shift it around. And if you really want to get there, so you can pull some to the front and to the back. Now this is going to go on here like so, and it's probably longer than it needs to be. I'm going to do it at an angle like so, and I'm going to add this flat to my card, and all right, now watch that this doesn't go off the edge. All right, so I'm going to try and center it like so. And then I have some of the, it's the sheer ribbon combo pack. And there was another color in here. It's a lemon lolly. It's in my container. But this is Bubble Bath. And I love this ribbon. Look at that line of silver on there. You know me and my bling. I love my bling. And this is Bubble Bath. So, all right, tie my bow. And I want a small bow. I don't want it too big because it will take away from what you got going on there. Now, if you don't want to put your sentiment on here, you could very easily put your bow here and put your butterfly there and put your sentiment down here. I am going to put my bow here because I want to hide that hole there that it came out of. So remember, when you put your glue dots on, all right, now it's sticking out a little. Push it back. Put one on each side of the knot so that you don't it doesn't pull out. All right, now this I'm going to put on, and I'm going to put it on with a dimensional. I'm looking to make sure I don't have a small piece over here that I've cut off and I haven't used, and I don't see it, so I'm going to use this. So I'm going to cut here. This is what's left of all of my dimensionals when I cut them down. All right, and there's a piece of fuzz I'm going to get rid of. And I'm going to put that right in the middle. Don't push it down until you have it where you want it, where it's not going to show. All right, there's that. And let me put my pin in my glue. All right. And I think I'm going to put it right there. So I want got a piece of fuzz under there. Goodness, fuzz everywhere today. All right. So there's the first pink card. Oh, it's okay, Kim. And I love the way, as you see, nothing really shows past that because of the bow. But I did give you some ideas for changing it around a little bit. All right, so there's the first one. Now, for the second one, this one was inspired by Lisa Griffin Zwollenek, I think is how you say it. I'm not positive. Okay, so here's this. And I'm looking. Oh. All right, I was looking for my pieces. I have a white card base, and this time I'm using Petal Pink. And this paper is from, and I've lost my, I lost my bone folder. I set it down somewhere. Oh my goodness. Who knows where it is? I've got all these pieces. There it is. There it is. Creations in paper bone folder. All right. So I've got that. Now, this and this get layered. This is my Petal Pink. So I'm going to add this. This is a clean and simple card. I may use the same die to cut out my sentiment. Haven't decided because I am using the same sentiment. Okay, so there's that. Now this is going to go on here. This is a great way to use up your strips if you have them, or if you have paper, you're not certain what to do. I chose to use the Cheerful Daisies dies, all right, because this is a daisy on here, and I thought they would go, so I'm going to put that on like so. And then I took that fern that's in there, in the dies, and I cut it out. Now this is trash, so I can get rid of that. And punch this out like so. Well, the other one came out so much easier. All right, come on. There we go. I couldn't get it. All right, so I've got that. Put that where I don't lose it. And these two, I'm gonna layer on probably like this because I want it tall. So I'm gonna put this one down first, and I'm just gonna use dots of glue in key spots. I'm not worried about whether it stays down or stuck down on the edges or not. All right, so I'm going to go there, like so. And I'm going to put this one on top of it. Hopefully I didn't put that in the wrong spot. All right. And then this one, when you put on top, if you overlay like so. I didn't want to cover up that bottom daisy. If you overlay the stems, it looks like it's one long one. So that's a way to make your dies longer. All right, so there I've got that. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my sentiment with Petal Pink, and I'm going to use the same die to cut it out. So this is just a scrap. There. This one's a little darker than the bubble bath. All right, and here's my die. All right. So let me, oops, I put that back. I need this. And I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to go right about there. All right. I want the flower at the end to come through. So let me cut this one out. And it won't take me long. All right. Here we go. So, are any of you making cards today since it's World Card Making Day? If you're a part of the World Card Making group, they have, I didn't do it this time. I couldn't work it out with everything I had going on. But they did a bunch of videos and tutorials for cards. So go over and check out that group. And I think I'm going to go at an angle. Well, I'm hiding my flower. All right, let's go this way. No, it needs to be down here. We'll go this way. All right, so there, like that. And then I also have the Ribbon Duo combo pack, which has petal pink ribbon in it. And I got it for the lemon lime twist ribbon, and as you can see, I have not used the petal pink ribbon. Well, this is the struggle. Usually I can push it together and get it up. Yeah, there we go. And then I pop it off. All right. So let me find the beginning and make my bow. And again, it will be a little bow. I like skinny ribbon because it looks so much better as a small bow. All right. Let me do this. And that. All right. And again, well, let me see if I can get it off of here. It went on the wrong side. I don't know if it's going to work. Well, I got a piece of it. Note to self, don't put your glue dots down on the wrong side. All right, and I'll put my bow like that. So there is card 2. And thanks, Joy. Thanks, Sharon. Oh, who else commented? Thanks, Carol. Carol, let me show you the tip. I shared this on the page, and if you didn't see the video, that's fine. Take your trimmer and see this space here. If you take your card, now it needs to be in an envelope, and I don't have any envelopes sitting here. So let me grab some to show you. It's a great tip, and it's perfect for knowing if you need extra postage. So you can easily test it. All right. So I'm going to put this in here, just like it's ready to mail. All right. If your card goes through that slot with no hang-ups, you only need, thanks, Anne, 1 stamp. So see, all right, I've got it there. Look, if it gets caught, you need more postage. So that's how you can do it. That's why I like this skinny bows. I'm going to do this one the same way. All right, I got to get that ribbon in there. Not a good place for it. All right, so here we go. This, see, it's getting caught there, but it's going through. So if it gets caught, sometimes I take and mash it down a little if it's just hanging up. And see how easy it goes through? If it goes through that, I don't know what you call it, it's the cutting channel, this piece right here. If it goes through that, you can mail it. You're quite welcome, Carol. I love sharing. I've had that tip for years, and I use it a lot if I have any question. And most of the time, all you need is a 20-cent stamp, another 20-cent stamp, rather than two full payment stamps. So there are the two cards today for World Card Making Day and Breast Cancer Month. So I hope you enjoyed the pink cards. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to take this out, flip it around. I would love to, I have to figure out how I can do it where I don't need to move the stand. If I can get that figured out, I will be in good shape. So I got to play with it some more. I think what I have to do is flip my camera around so that when I flip it down, I can still see the screen at the top. Okay, ladies, I sure hope this has been okay because I keep getting that little buffering circle. I don't know why. It's probably my phone, but I should have full coverage. So we'll see. All right, there are your two ideas for today. I hope it's inspired you to pull out your pink cardstock pattern paper and have a play. Now, remember, I won't be here. Oh, thanks, Carol. Oh, you want to see the puppy? She's over there asleep, Kim. Give me a minute. I won't be on YouTube Wednesday, on Facebook page Saturday, or on my Facebook customer page Monday because I'll be out of town. It was a really sad story, Carol. It was unbelievable, not expected at all. Okay. She's not going to be happy with me because I woke her up. But, oh, you're quite welcome, Carol. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm going to tilt it down a little. See, she's waking up. Look at her. She's like, Mom, you got me up. So, oh, I know, baby. I know. Yeah. All right, guys. You guys have a great weekend. We're supposed to get cooler for the weekend, and then it's going to warm up the middle of the week and then go back to cool. So crazy, crazy weather. I feel for you people up north. You're getting all that rain and flooding, so I hope it doesn't affect you. Oh, look at her. Poor thing. So I'm going to put her back in her bed so she can go back to sleep. Have a great weekend. Bye.